Hello, I'm Shannon Anderson. I am a teacher and children's book author. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some really cute crafts that you can make out of newspaper and construction paper. So we're going to do these 3 today. You can do as many as you would like. I'm going to start out with this cute dog. So obviously you're going to need some newspaper. You're also going to need a glue stick, scissors, a black marker, an orange marker, and construction paper of various colors. So if you can gather all of those things and come back to see me, you can pause me at any time that you need to, because of course I have things cut out ahead of time so that I don't have to have you sitting here through a 3-hour video. So I have some things pre-cut and it's not going to take me as long. So you're definitely going to need to pause me as needed. And we're going to get started. So the first one that we're going to do is the dog. So start with a plain piece of construction paper, and it can be any color you want, or it can just be white paper. It doesn't matter. I just like the pop of color. So I chose purple. And then the next thing you're going to need is, of course, newspaper. So with your newspaper, the first thing we're going to cut out is his body. And all it is just a kind of like a U shape, okay? And that's just gonna be his body there. So get some newspaper, cut out a U shape, and again, remember to pause me because I'm going to keep going. So you're gonna take your U shape, you're gonna glue it on right here. That's the body of your puppy. So I'm gonna quickly glue that. Okay. Now your next step is his head. So again, take your newspaper, and this time you're just going to be cutting a circle. Obviously it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Mine definitely isn't. A dog's head is not going to be a perfect circle, so that's the beauty of it. And so then you're going to take some glue and glue on your head. So now I have a body and his head. All right. So my next step, I'm going to take some black construction paper and I'm going to cut, they almost look like big tear shapes. So these are going to be my ears. So you see how he has kind of tear-shaped ears there, little floppy ears? So you're going to cut 2 of those. And what I did to make them the same size is I folded my paper over so I could cut out 2 at the same time and have like ears. So I didn't have one big one and one little one. So I've got glue on the back of these, and I'm just going to place those on here. And if they're kind of crooked, it just makes it kind of cuter, right? Like they're cocking their head to the side. So I've got my little ears on there. Looks like he's kind of blowing in the wind there. Let me straighten that a little bit. There, he looks like he's kind of turning his head. Okay. And for my eyes, what I did was I cut out 2 white circles, and then I cut out 2 black circles just a little bit smaller, and I'm just going to glue the black circles inside the white circles so that I have 2 eyes. Now if you happen to have large Google eyes, that works great too, and that's really cute. Then once you have your eyes ready, put glue on the backs of both of those, and you'll put them on your dog. Put it on his head. Okay. And then the next thing for the nose, it's kind of like a rounded triangle. Can you see that? So it's kind of like a triangle, but it's a little bit more rounded. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of my rounded nose. Look how cute he is. And then this is the part where you're going to need the marker. You're going to draw his little mouth. So kind of goes down like this. And we're going to put his little smile. You can make it as thick as you want. Isn't that cute? And then you'll notice in my picture, I have Dot. So he's a Dalmatian. And sorry, my dog just bumped my camera. And so for the Dalmatian, of course, a Dalmatian's spots are not going to be all the same size. So I just cut a whole bunch of different sizes of black dots And some of them I even cut a straight line so that I could have it be up against his body like this, so it looks like you just see part of a spot that's on his shoulder. And so you'll put as many spots as you want on him. And then just to add another little detail and another little touch of color, I cut a tiny rectangle and glued that on right here as his collar. Okay, so that is how you make the Dalmatian out of newspaper. Now for our next one, we're going to do a bear. And there are a lot of steps that are the same in this bear as there were in the dog, and I think you'll notice that. For instance, the eyes and the body piece. So I chose a different color. You could use the same color, or you can use white for your background. And then I did just like with my dog, where I cut just a U shape that becomes the body. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue my body on. Okay, so now I have on my body, and just like I did with my dog, can you think about all the different animals that you could probably make just using these same body shapes and just changing the ears or the faces? So you can be really creative. Okay, so now I took my circle for my head and glued that on. Okay, and then you probably notice his ears. They're not gonna be big tear shapes like the dog's. Instead, they're gonna be like, almost like a mini shape of the body, little U's. And I'm gonna tuck them just a little bit behind the head. So I'm gonna stick this one right here, and this one right here, okay? And next, I have a nose just like I did on my dog. Just a rounded triangle. Okay. And I'm gonna finish out my ears here. So you'll notice the ears had two U shapes there, but then there are little black U shapes inside the ear itself. So I'm gonna put those in, tuck those just a little bit behind the head like I did the outer ears. Starting to shape up really cute. All right, now for the bear, it might be hard to see in this picture, but he actually has a circle for the snout on this one. And so I cut a little circle, and I'm going to put that. Oh, you know what? I forgot about this circle, so I already put my nose on. I'm gonna take my nose off and put it back on so that he does have this nose like this, okay? And then last I have my eyes, and I'm doing just like I did for the dog, where I have the white circles, a smaller black circle like this. I'm gonna do that for both eyes. So I have my two eyes. I'm gonna glue those on my bear. And look how cute. And then the last touch is we're gonna put a little smiley, just like we did on our dog. And he's done. So now you have a bear and a dog. And next, what I'm gonna show you is the shark. Now for the shark, I used yellow because I wanted it to be like it's a really bright day out in the ocean. And so for him, I'm gonna start with some yellow paper. And this one, the body is, well, we aren't doing the body, we're just doing the head sticking out of the water. So I just did kind of a triangle shape, but not too straight because his head would be a little bit rounded. And so just kind of like this. And I'm gonna glue that down onto my yellow paper. You can use whatever color you want to use. Okay, so there he is. My next thing is, you can see I have some water here, so I took some blue and made some little waves in it, cut it out a little jagged. that's gonna go across the bottom there, like that. Okay, now my next thing is for the mouth, another U shape, and the mouth is actually gonna go up a little above the water line, like this, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and glue on my mouth. And the eyes are gonna be just like you did with the dog and the bear. White circles with black circles that are smaller. So I'm gluing those on. And they're gonna go just a little bit above on the outside, so it looks like his eyes are kind of sticking out to the side like this. Okay, so he looks kind of funny. Okay, your next step is going to be all those teeth. So I'm sure you can probably guess you're going to cut a bunch of white triangles. So we got all these triangles, and I'm just gonna put as many teeth in there as I can. The more, the better. The scarier he's gonna look. So as we're going here, I'm just gluing on. He looks really funny with just 2 teeth, doesn't he? Glue on as many teeth as I can here. And you're gonna want a good top row and bottom row of teeth. Sorry, these teeth take a while. There are a lot of them. My fingers are sticking to the glue. Okay, so here are my top row teeth, and then I'm gonna put a few on the bottom row too, because as we know, sharks have lots of rows of teeth, don't they? Okay, almost there. Okay, so look at all those teeth. Lots of teeth. Urgh. Okay, and then I thought it would be fun to add some drips of water. So I cut out some drips so it looks like he's splashing out of the water to get you or to get something. Maybe he just wants to say hi. Okay, so a couple of drips of water. You could do as many as you want. And I just cut out an orange circle for the sun in the sky. And then I just did, you know, the little rays coming out of the sun to make it look like it's shining. And then you have your shark. So we have made a shark and a bear and a dog. So I hope you have had fun, and I hope that you make some of these and are able to be creative and think of using, you know, some of the same shapes but making new animals out of them. That would be really cool. I'd love to see pictures if you want to post them. So thank you for listening and for tuning in, and I hope you had some fun. Bye.